really heavy, so I can't take it
anywhere.
anywhere.
You're full of it. You're full of it. You don't have any.
What, gravity?
It's really heavy.
There you go.
What, are you just a walking black hole?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just suck everything in.
Yeah. Me and Maui, when we were hanging out yesterday, we're both so dense that we did just create a black hole in the hotel lobby.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was temporary, but it was there.
Once you walked away, it went back to normal.
I just saw everybody else just like, they all just started sort of like, just, stretching in towards us. And we were like, oh, we better stop this. And we stepped apart and then
went from
everything was
16 by 9 to 4 by 3.
Yep, exactly.
Wow. We'll leave that in the past. We will get into our pistol here for the second map. IHC, will they be able to have a big upset, close it down in 2 and best TYLOO? Or will it be TYLOO getting back into the series and taking us to Inferno? Early on, TYLOO grouped up towards ramp, ready for the B attack, and they're going to bombard their way in, jumping into the site, and Summer with the first pick. But 9, he's already in the rear. No one's watching it yet, so he's hit the first head as well. Now they're peeking together. Tucks into the corner. Good face from Cabal. They're dealing damage, but they're all quite low. Oh, Doolies. Hello.
Doolies are in. 2 players push towards long. Needs to clear the player in Cubby, and this is exactly what the Doolies are for. They don't have a kit. He's pushing forward. He clears his right to flick over, and Summer, low HP. 1 bullet for all of these players is going to be enough, and it is going the way of IHC. TYLOO, they find the 2 opening picks, but they can't find the final kills. They can't get the headshots. Actually, I guess they did get the headshots. They gushed them. They just couldn't finish them off.
The second I saw the Doolies just sat in cave.
Doolies,
like,
Doolies,
okay.
Doolies, Doolies.
See, they know, Dave. 2 guns better than 1.
Yep.
It's bad boys. You run in.
You know what's better than 2 guns?
4?
No.
What?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Just a baseball bat?
No.
They'll steal your bit.
No.
To be fair, I mean, if you held your hands like this and like had 1 dually upside down and 1 dually the right way
yeah,
around,
like you
know what I
shoot
mean?
one with pinky and one with
so
your
you could use
pointer
your little
finger?
pinky finger for the bottom trigger
yeah.
and whatever this finger is for the other, and then just ba-ba.
You could, yeah.
Maybe that.
And then you would just need a little thumb gun, like just the one that like just plants itself on top of your thumb, and then you just like wiggle it and it shoots again. Then you have 6.
That would be ridiculous.
That would be so silly.
Yeah, none of that. They are into the B site as well, and they've gone quite swiftly into this one. A couple of trades back, and 9, he's actually holding on to this. It looked very dicey for them, but he's come back through and cut them up. Now we're in a 3-on-3 with the bomb planted for TYLOO.
And they have the players isolated here outside of B. They know there's one in T-spawn. They smoked him off, and he's seen him. Potentially a little smoke glitch there that we didn't see, because it looked a little... All of a sudden, he just sort of looked over, and he was like, oh, look, this person. I'm just going to shoot him through the smoke and kill them. So maybe a little smoke glitch there for the boys. As IHC pick up their second. And remember, this was TYLOO's map pick, which means IHC get to start on the CT side.
They do. They do indeed. And if you can farm up some rounds, have a hefty CT half here against TYLOO, it could all get a bit risky. I do like the fact that Cabal actually threw away the dualies as well to grab the Tech 9, and 9 was just like, no, whoa.
Yeah.
Don't leave those on the ground. They're for me.
And they're dangerous.
Yeah.
They're a fully loaded weapon. That is not proper gun etiquette.
You just throw it on the floor. You recycle it in the nearest bin.
And what if it goes off?
Well, you could shoot the floor, wouldn't you?
Well, maybe. It depends which way it's pointing.
It'd really hurt the earth.
It could shoot one of your teammates' feet.
It'd make it cheaper to buy shoes.
Just buying shoe from now on.
Just the one shoe. No, they come in a pair, sir. Well, I don't want it.
Didn't ask.
Yeah. Ratio.
Yeah, well, sadly, ratio.
Yeah.
So.
No, but you will have to buy 2 or leave.
Counter ratio.
Whipped out the Uno card. Sprawled on it saying just need the 1 shoe. Blitz with a headshot onto Summer. Dankin's got the deagle. He's peeking on the ramp. But they're all just getting their heads popped like watermelons, and 1 by 1 they will fall. That's IHC with all 3 rounds off the back of the pistol here to start off on the CT side of Ancient.
They kept everybody alive. Or not everybody, of course, Score died. They kept 4 people alive, which isn't everyone. It's close to everyone, but it's not.
Some good maths there. You're getting better.
Yeah, I know. I've been practicing. I was practicing at the hotel before we came today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I told the person at reception, ask me any math question, any one you want. And they were like, what's the equation for the inside of a black hole? And I was like, well, you're being ridiculous. We don't know that. It can't possibly. This is unbelievable. I was thinking like 5 + 6. Like, Jesus, I'm not there yet.
I'm working on it. Give me some time. Blitz, he doesn't want any time for TYLOO to get into action on the T side. He fights out towards middle. Bentet just scrapping. He'll hit one, but they've traded back. Cabal from the nut will rotate back towards the A site. The bomb's now leaving as well. Bentet's got it on his back, and they're heading up to B. Ramp is open. They've got the 2-player setup inside a cave, and Summer's holding for the push.
Yeah, they're inside of Cat here. They have the crossfire. They're counting on TYLOO making some amount of noise before going into the B site, right? They're expecting them to be like, okay, if they go into B, they're going to use a Molotov or a flash or a smoke or something, so we'll know. There is the Molotov coming in for the pillar. Techno's tucked away here inside of the cave. Spam coming out, so now they are going to be aware that they're playing from cave. They know that they're in this position. Flash comes flying out as Summer is looking for anything. Nades have been good from the T so far. They've got across. They found their timing. They know that they're tucked away in the corner. Summer, he can land the shot. Dan King's actually the one to find it. He's actually there to find a second. 2 versus 2 now. Score's tucked away in the corner, and finally Dan King is put down by Cabal. Aggression, but the ramp flank, it's faster than he thought it was going to be. Bentet thought he had a bit more time to close the distance there in cave. Wasn't able to do it, so IHC, they pick up their 4th. They pick up the first gun round. And this map pick from TYLOO, very early on right now, but it's looking good for IHC.
Yeah. Although it is too early to tell how the overall game is going to go, they started it off with the right foot forward. You're getting into the groove of the game. They know when they can go for their aggressive plays. They know when to slow it down. And TYLOO, something's got to change here. Bai's coming back in as well. You've got the AWP on 9.
No,
we haven't really needed it much yet.
No, you haven't. Say, mate? I'm looking right now, and I was just checking. TYLOO, in the last 6 months, have played Ancient 7 times. Mm-hmm. They've won it 6.
Okay.
So they're a very competent Ancient team. So I can see, we can see why the pick came out with IHC having never played it. But the one thing, the little tricky thing about a team having never played a map means you just don't know anything about how they're going to play it. You have no clue what they're going to be like. You don't know the positions their players play. You just don't know anything. You have no info.
You can't read it if there's nothing there for
exactly. It's always a little risky.
Can't very well be. I like this. Look at the aggression from 9. Oh, he takes the AWP towards A main. Hits the head of Slowly. And now he'll be very slow in the round because he's dead. So 4 players alive for TYLOO. They're just going to hold. But at this point, IHC, you've got the first pick. You've got deep map control towards A main where you can leave Cabal posted up. They're going to wrap one player back round through red over towards B as well. And 9, he can play from inside a donut with this. TYLOO attempting to react. They are going to go out mid. They smoke off red, but 9's in a great position once more. If they fight towards nut, you should be able to get at least one more frag out of this, but they're going up and over towards B.
Yeah, Flash is out to try to push him back, but he still has all the info towards mid, and Cabal's pushed through A main. So really, they have one extra player in mid, and Blitz realizes now that he's out of position. He starts rotating over towards B. They have all the info. The counter smoke is good, making it very difficult for the T's to push forward. Dan King, the only one who could get in front of it, he immediately drops. The 3 CTs, they have the crossfires, and Score finds the headshot. Summer with 1 spam kill back onto Techno. He was tucked away in the cubby. They knew he was lit. And now it's Summer trying to respond once more, but it is Score finding his 3rd kill of the round. And it was perfectly played from IHC. They got the man advantage, they got the opening pick, and they rotated accordingly. Blitz was almost just a little bit late to get to that B site, but it ended up not mattering. The counter smoke on the top of the ramp completely isolated the T's.
Did love that opening pick as well. Just go for the white face towards A main. He hits the headshot. It's not an easy one as well, you got to flick down. He was behind the stairs, so you're just seeing like the top of his haircut.
No, that shot is difficult with an op. Mm-hmm. Especially because it's so wide. They could be standing anywhere along that staircase, right? So, and just a tiny little head, you got to flick.
You got your horizontal and your vertical.
Yeah.
All of the math coming into play.
Geometry.
Trigonomics.
Trigonometry.
Triangles. Squares. oblong.
Acute.
You're an acute angle.
Oh, you.
And you're a QT pie. You little 3.14. TYLOO. They go back towards B again. Tech 9's out. CZ, Deagle, Big Nate coming in. But it won't do any damage. They hadn't pushed through the doors. They just sat either side. And they know that IHC have been quite quick to make a play down ramp. But this time, Techno, he's just facing it close on the lip. He's got the smoke as well. So if he gets contact, he can drop that, immediately dial back, and then be ready for them to assault towards the site.
And getting that smoke down is so important. Now the execute's coming. He immediately drops it. Like I said, it just makes it so difficult. He's tucked away in the corner, but he is burning. Score's here to save him. The flashes don't blind the CTs. The smoke actually isn't great. Gives him a big one-way, and Dan King answers back with the deagle. Headshot found. Techno knows there's one more somewhere nearby, but he hasn't been able to find him yet. Tucks away in the corner. 47 HP. One headshot from this CZ will be enough. Instead, it's Dan King with the spam through the wall, who answers back. He's pushed forward. He doesn't expect him, but 9 still hits the shot onto Dan King. Summer with the trade. He's pushed it. He knows where they are. He's looking for him in CT spawn. Now, he's worried about the flank. He has the bomb on his back. And Blitz, he's rotating over, pushing through towards CT spawn. They're very separated at this point. They've lost complete track of each other. Both players were spotted by their teammates. But with how much time has passed, at this point, they both know that they could be anywhere, and they're just walking circles around each other. It looks like Summer's going to make his way over to the A site, and Blitz with 25 HP, he's on B. He doesn't have the kit, needs to find one. If he wants a chance to retake this, if he wants a chance to... I guess he can still have a chance. There's plenty of time. But the kit does help. Smoke in towards CT to isolate. Gap in the side of it, and Summer doesn't know. He doesn't realize the smoke missed. He walks around the corner, exposes himself, and Blitz able to find the kill. Finds the frag, gets it. Yeah, a little smile coming out there. He realized how lucky that was for him.
Man. Like ships in the night, they passed each other. TYLOO knew they had so much time left on the clocks. They go for the rotate. But as you said, the small gap in the smoke gives him the leeway for the pick.
Did him dirty.
And this has actually been pretty stellar, all in all, from IHC, right? CT side of Ancient, you've got 6 rounds already. You're winning your 1v1s as well, right? Like, you're picking up the unsustainable rounds. If you're doing that this early, leaves TYLOO in a bit of a predicament. Dan King is on the AWP, though. But look at 9. He's got an AWP of his own, and he wants to do something sublime. He'll push up. Will he become a pair of idolized, or will he be idolized for this play? He's looking for the frag, but he's got a double back, and that's Summer that will be able to slap down 2 of them. Bentet looking for the trade. Hunting! He misses the shot as well. And this is huge from TYLOO. The individual performance carries them over the finish line. It's just Cabal in a 1v4.
Crucial miss there from 9. He found the first one, but just cannot land the second as the trade eventually comes in. And then at that point, IHC, they get a little desperate. They want to try to even up the numbers. They push across the map. And they all fall. Summer with the 2 openings towards the B ramp as well, making all the difference. That was the initial thing that started the pushes from IHC. So now Kabali's running through T-spawn. He's made a footstep. I don't think Attacker heard it. So he's walked out middle. Again, Cabal just doesn't have the kit. I was thinking maybe there's a chance for a little cheeky ninja defuse here. Oh.
Okay.
Easiest 2 kills of his life. He wasn't even sweating.
No. Full confidence the entire time. Runs away with 8 HP to scurry off back through T-spawn. And I mean, all right, you go from getting the round with 4 players alive to just danking and slowly in the action. That's if they all stay up, because he's repositioned ready for danking, but he's going to hit the shot.
Yeah, and he was trying to go up there and get that op that was dropped from 9 as well. That's what he was going for in that moment. Wrapped all the way around, tried to recover it. Which door is that on H? Is that Temple?
Temple, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Golden Temple.
Those bricks would be stolen straight away.
Oh, dude.
I'll be having all of these.
Yeah, it's no shot. No shot they last.
My bricklaying capabilities, mate. Straight in there. Chisel them out.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm. It does match the jerseys quite nicely, though.
True. I wonder if they have... So, obviously, this is black and gold, right? That's the jerseys they're wearing right now. I wonder if they have a white and gold jersey as well.
Ooh, like a home and away jersey.
Yeah, kind of.
That'd be cool. That would be pretty sick, actually.
I don't know why more orgs don't do that. I guess just the actual effort of having to go through the different production and stuff.
I can imagine so. Otherwise, you would have very fashionable-looking players at every event, to be fair. Ooh. Pentet. Can he deal with the two players in cave in a fast fashion? Because they are attempting to play together. They've got the utility to force him off the angles, and they're just facing it right now. Quick turn from Techno so he can go anti. He peeks back into it. They do peek together, but with Pentet buckling and there's no real trade, they're going to smoke it. At that point, you've won out for cave.
They have, and the Opper 9 doesn't connect on the kill, does connect on the shot. He's still here in main, and slowly doesn't clear it. He just assumed he escaped. He assumed he ran. Instead, he's still here. Nades are coming in, and that is going to be 9 now, finally making his great escape. He's repositioned. He's moving into the donut. He's about to get contact with Summer. He's walking in. Does he clear his close left? He's not going to, and of course the timing on the peak for middle makes it so he's not able to find either frag. Rotations are here, but Summer is winning out. They've spotted the gun barrel. They know he's here. They're running forward. Summer clears it, scores there to save him. And again, it's all about the positioning. The CTs, they swing out. Dan King gets a trade. Smokes down to the CT spawn, but it's so back and forth. And finally, Blitz on the flank. The push through B pays off. 7-1 for IHC in a round that was very hectic. TYLOO battling it back from a 3 versus 5. They get the trades onto the site. Summer almost found that third entry on the player towards the Xbox, but the player in CT spawn was enough. Saving his teammate, saving the round. And TYLOO responds with attack pause immediately after. It's a good call.
It's the right time to take it with how the game's been going. You'll still have weapons to work with, but rounds are the most important thing at the minute. And that's what IHC have been building. A very large vault of. They've got 7 of them. And it's so rough, man. Like you were saying, you know, Summer comes into bloom. He's in season. He's hitting all his shots. He knew exactly where the player was towards the box. Tried to go for the peak. Gets shot in the side of the head. And then suddenly things start to crumble. This was just, you know, bizarre.
Oh, see the timing on that smoke. Just if it was half a second sooner, Summer gets the triple entry on the site. Again, 9 going aggressive here in A main. Goes for the op pick, doesn't find it. Does quite a bit of damage with the nade, allowing Cabal to get the kill. But 9's taking quite a bit of damage himself. That Molotov there will just slow the T's down, as he has to worry about his middle flank. So he was looking towards Donut. Now the smoke comes out into A main. But TYLOO getting what they wanted out of it. They get the 1-for-1. They pull the rotations over to A, and now you can see they're regrouping towards middle.
Walking out. Looking towards red. Expecting there to be a peek. Again, we see the similar play from TYLOO. You get out through mid, you wrap up, and you want to go for the B execute. Only one player there, really. That's going to be Techno. He's got a fast rotate and score if he needs to call for it. Has the smoke in his hand. They are coming on cave. They're going to be pushing their way up. That's the smoke. There's the frag. Beautiful reply, and he's ready for more as well, but he's divided between 2 angles, so his teammates are coming in. They're going to arrive in time. He gets shot in the back. Big spray down from Attacker for the double kill. Now you've got sight.
And the CTs have done the damage, but can they find the kills? The peek out, just the timing not working out for 9. Attacker swings from long, and Summer finds the final kill of the round onto Blitz. TYLOO biting back now on their T side. The pause, working exactly how they wanted it to. They find those trades into A main. You could tell they were looking for an A execute, right? They were trying to group up and hit that A bomb site. Once they get the 1-for-1, they find out that the op is over at A. They're like, well, wait a minute. I mean, they're going to have to rotate somebody over here now. We take mid control to make sure they haven't pushed. Then we can just split over towards B.
What sort of animals do you reckon lurk in that water towards T-Spawn?
Oh, okay. So we were talking about this when the map came out originally. I think it would be pretty funny to stop sort of like the save meta, let's say specifically on Ancient,
Right.
if there was alligators or crocodiles, whichever one. There's going to be someone, if I say alligators, going to be someone like, actually, it's crocodiles in the well, whatever, I don't care. But one of them that just lurk around, and as the timer goes lower and lower, they come closer and closer to the edge. And if you're along the edge of the map,
Right.
you're at risk of just being taken, you know?
So you've just got like a murder of
Yeah.
alligators
Yeah.
that will be coming up.
Yeah. Well, that's just the part where the water is.
Yeah,
obviously.
no, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
The parts without the water, of course, it would have to be like a jaguar that comes out of the
Hides in
out
a
of the
bush.
jungle. Yeah.
It'd be like if you go to a theme park, you know, they have the people that dress up as like dinosaurs and stuff at like
Okay.
Universal or whatever, right?
I can't remember the last time I've been to a theme park, honestly.
And they're sat there in their big suits and they like lean out of a bush and they're like, "Roar."
All right. Okay.
Or whatever the noise a dinosaur would make. Probably
That's
not
probably
like
it.
a weak bark.
That's it. That's fine.
Well, the thing is, how would we know?
Well, we know that they were pretty much. Well, some of them were birds, and then some of them were like reptiles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't. I think they can know what noises some
Well,
of them
because you
would have
take,
made.
I think it's like the bone structure for their vocal cords or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And if you like blast air through it, it like makes the noise.
Oh.
Because it's also kind of like how flutes work, right? Because you just get it designed in a way where it makes the certain sound you want.
Right.
Because it's like you got the Mayan death flute. That when you blow that,
You
it
die?
sounds like a blood curdling like scream. It just sounds like death. It's like a screech.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think they used real human vocal cords for it?
Well, they like just pop one in there. It's just a whole throat.
Yeah.
Who knows, mate? Who knows? But
It's
they look
impossible
kind of
to know.
wacky. You can just buy them now. Like
Really?
people just make them. Yeah, you can just get them anywhere.
Sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you're just like walking down the street at night, and then there's just somebody in their house with their window open, just blasting a Mayan death flute.
Yeah, that's what. So whenever the foxes in the garden are just getting really rowdy at night, I go out there with my death flute and I just scream at them. That'll teach them.
Yeah, that'll show them. Foxes are pretty skittish, but I'm sure the ones in London are just like a
Whoa.
little savage now.
London foxes are a whole different breed
Yeah.
of the fox. You know, they've grown up eating rubbish and
Right,
scrapping
right.
in the streets against oversized rats. It's kind of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like storyline.
Oh,
It's one of those.
Do you think if you baited them in, you could catch them talking? Like you know when you're a kid after you see Toy Story and you like always try to just catch your toys like coming alive and stuff. You know?
I could just imagine you as a kid, like
Yeah.
lurking in the corridor.
Yep.
And you just peep your head in, and you're like, almost going, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna get ya.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you one of these times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn my back. You're gonna start moving, and I'm gonna spin, and I'm gonna catch you.
Your mum's just sat downstairs going, look, we really need to have a serious conversation about Davey. He's been telling me that the toys are talking. They've been moving.
No, they weren't talking or moving. That was the problem. It was all fake. Can you believe that? I only found out last year.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, at least Santa Claus will always be real.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that they can't take from us.
No, that and the Tooth Fairy.
Yep. Easter Bunny. Don't forget about the Easter Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys do Easter Bunny in the UK?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hide all the little eggs. You go looking for
yeah.
them. You're like, oh, look, I found an egg.
Yep. See, my mom. Actually, no. On Easter, we got quite a bit of candy on Easter. Actually, I was trying to because there was time like on Halloween, for example, we weren't allowed to keep most of our candy because she's very kind of a health nut, you know. So we could eat however much we wanted on Halloween night, however much we could handle. But after Halloween night was done, candy gone.
Surely that's worse, though, because then you're just going to, like, food coma yourself. And go
No,
into,
but
like,
she
a
knew
sugar
that,
attack.
But she knew you could only handle so much. You know what I mean? Like you can't. Like as a kid, you think you could eat all the candy, but you just like can't. You know, you just get full. You start to feel sick. Like you just have to stop.
That's true. Score. He could be coming at them like a Halloween scare actor. He's lurking in the haunted cave. Hits them with a boo. And that's the first man taking so much damage as his heart palpitations kick in, and they are waiting for the push to come towards them. Slowly with the opening pick onto Cabal. That's back over at A main, so this is going to be a big scrap, Davey, a real brawl for B.
And the CZs finding the kills as Blitz gets the opening. Dan King's pushed up into red. They're hearing all of this noise, but it doesn't really matter. There's nobody who can respond. Gets the gun out, can't land the shot. Dan King gets the kill. Damage has been done to the T's, and the quick flank is here. Techno gets one.
Ooh.
Score swings out with the CZ. He's almost out of bullets, but it doesn't matter if you find the kills. Need to recover this gun as the smoke comes out towards Donut. They don't have the defuse kit, but they are moving forward. The AWP from Bentet. The jiggle peek is good. Doesn't land the shot. Only 13 HP and 36 for Slowly. Counter nades, flashes. They know they're both towards main now. They've heard all the sound cues. They've heard everything. They're going to boost up onto the tree. The CTs, they're running out of time. They don't have the kit, but they are pushing forward. They find the first, and there was no chance for Bentet. He was too lit. He was too low. And IHC bites back on the eco round. The force buy after TYLOO broke their economy. TYLOO did the hard part. They broke the economy of the CTs. And the force buy down 4 versus 5, and they're still able to find the round.
And this is an impressive CT half from them, really. The fact in a round like that, where you're just going at it with Deagles and CZs, and you do get the round, and also the AKs, of course, that you've been able to scavenge, and the AWP on 9 for absolutely free. This could get rough for them. Change of pace as well. 9. When he's had the AWP, he's been going for the fight towards A main time and time again. He's done it 4 times now on the CT side. Here instead, he goes to middle with it, and the nade will do the damage for him.
A ton of nade damage onto attacker. Cabal is here completely by himself, though. No rotation is nearby, and they're popping out A. He's been blinded. He's trying to take these fights, but he hasn't been able to see anyone. They've pushed all the way out into the site. Nobody crossed to the right side as Blitz finally answers back. He finds the second. The flick can't connect the spray on the bomber. 3 versus 3. The smokes are good to isolate the CTs, and now the fight slowly pushing forward. Techno, headshot, trades it back, swings out for the second. 100 HP on 9. And Techno, they don't have that kit. They're going to need to recover it. And Techno with the AK from CT spawn lands 3 headshots. And again, IHC, despite being down a man, pick up the round.
Techno. The Technomancer there, wielding the AK to perfection. Slaughters them. And that's a 9th round. It looked a bit dicey at times. It was a lovely 2K for Blitz, and then Techno just took it over the finish for them. That last headshot of the Bentat, man. Rough.
Swing out the one. It's just, he just kept, all right, wait, and swing in one tap, and swing in one tap, and swing in one tap.
Crosshair placement was really good.
Yep.
That's all you need. So TYLOO figuring out what exactly they want to do. They're going to go back towards B. Bentat, he's straight in. He's out the doors. The rest of them are going to be lurking. They know that they've been getting a bit aggro towards Cave at times, and this could be another round where that will work out for them. They flash him through, he clears it, but doesn't really get much info.
No, and in fact, the info's probably going to hurt them because he swings out and he sees absolutely nobody. So they don't rotate that third player over to the B side, but Score swinging out, finds the headshot through the smoke, slowly goes down in the spam as well. Dan King dropping from that spam through the wood. And Score hasn't even lost any HP off the back of it either. He's just been killing people who he can't see. And again, the spams. Bentet going down to 38. He's going for more and finally answered back by Bentet. Attacker finds the player as well inside of the site. So there is just one. He's inside of the cave. The rotations are coming in, but the headshot from Attacker denies Blitz, and it's a 2 versus 3. They're on the flank, but the T's are watching it.
Techno runs straight through the Molotov. Oh, he does pull off the 1v1, but now it's just all on Cabal. Can he win out in this round of sheer mortal combat? He is looking for a different gun. Grabs the M4 off the ground. That'll be the HE thrown over as well onto Long. He's got an idea of where they are, but he has to isolate the 1v1s, and time is ticking down quite quickly. Headshot onto Attacker, not quite the defender, but Bentet in the back line will be able to spray and stay alive. So TYLOO get themselves a 3rd round.
You'd think after what happened inside of Cave or Score, he was able to find 2 opening picks, one through the smoke and then one through the wall. Ton of damage onto Bentet as well, but he just got greedy. At a certain point, you don't have to keep fighting this. You found 2 opening frags. Just back up. Hold control of the Cat. Hold control of Jaguar. Back into Cave. Everything's fine. You don't need to do anything crazy. He goes for more, and Bintet finds him through the smoke as Attacker found that opening in the site. And TYLOO have been the ones who've been losing the rounds where they have the man advantage. But there we saw IHC in a 5 versus 3 that they ended up dropping.
A little bit overzealous. I was with you. I was thinking, once you get that second bit, you can back off. Play inside a cave. You've got such a big manpower advantage. Didn't go that way. And overall, the round was TYLOO's. Now it's just Pistols that is out for IHC. One Deagle, one P250, the rest of them on the USPs. And Summer, with a Mat 10, he could go full easy E, drive his way into cave, and make a ton of money here. Let's see if he can secure the bag as he is walking into the stack. Sees the first. Flash is coming in over the top, but he's going to be switching. Will be able to clean up at least onto 2 of them. Attacker gets the kill onto Blitz. And now it's just score here for P250. And that should be the round for TYLOO.
Yeah, I mean, if they somehow lose this one, I don't know, time to uninstall maybe? But I don't think they will. I don't think that'll be a problem. As Cabal is the last man standing, he's making his way towards lane with just the USP. Off shot misses and decides not to go back for more. He's just going to run away. It's like, no, I'm not even going to give you the satisfaction of killing me, actually. And then he does.
Tried it.
Yeah.
He was hoping for something, but doesn't get anything. So 9-4, TYLOO towards the end of the T half. At least they've been able to get a couple of rounds because you need some kind of buffer. Funny thing is as well, this is now dangerously close to the result that we got on the first half of Mirage, right? That was a 10-5 half. Obviously just with them being flipped, with IHC being on T side to open it up.
And it's been a decent CT half so far, right? They are up 9-4, but it's TYLOO's map pick. The map is very CT-sided. So if TYLOO can close this down, make it a 9-6, they'll be thinking, all right, great. Awesome half going into the CT side.
Difference is here as well. IHC, normally you've had the aggression from 9 towards A main. He's been able to find an opening pick, create space for them, or you've had at least players on site. This time, everyone was grouped up towards B, expecting a B attack to come out. They are now on A. Tag through the smoke, so Attacker, he's left on 36 HP, and then just walking straight into it slowly. No! He flicks away on the Galil, gives him the opportunity to strike. No bomb down, everyone falling over. Danking, hard scoped in, watching towards Temple. Summer's here, but he's just had a nade delivered as a hat. You can't really do that, it's not going to work. It doesn't fit on your head, it just does damage. So Summer's jumping and suspicious about someone coming in from the rear. You've got bomb control, you've got another frag as well. Score with a 2K, and IHC, they get the round. It works wonders for them. That CT push, man.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a round where TYLOO gets into the site, and that's the problem with the A site on Ancient. Is if you don't get that bomb down instantly, you almost have no time to get it down. The CTs rotate in so fast. And everywhere, there's nowhere to plant with cover, right? No matter where you're planting, you're open to somewhere. And it's very difficult if you don't take map control, if you don't get that bomb planted early, it can become very hard. Now listen, I love this. I love it. IHC are one of my new favorite teams. Every single one of them upgraded pistol in the last round of the half. Every single one. They all have the kits. I was going to say 9 doesn't, but he does. And so they all have the kits. They all have upgraded pistols. They all have head armor. That is what I love to see. Because if you're in the last round of a game and you don't have an upgraded pistol and you could have afforded it, you are trolling and I hate you.
9. He's got the dualies. It's his choice. So we'll see if they get any love. At the minute, it's just the M4. He's playing on the close off angle, and they're going to come walking straight past him. He strikes onto the first, but the problem is Attacker with a quick burst will be able to battle back against 2 of them. So it's a 4v3.
Great headshots from Attacker, and he's been doing that time and time again. He's got the aim. As Cabal looks to react, pushes through the donut. Score finds one. Cabal does get the kill in the back of Bintet. Dan King's pushed up. He's going to be able to recover the bomb. He has the op, and Techno wins out against Summer, and Dan King doesn't catch the timing, misses the shot. He's going to pick up the AK. He's going to go for the reposition. Cabal is still over here inside of the A site. And as long as someone turns around to watch this CT flank, it's going to have to be Techno. Yeah, he's already looking at it. So it shouldn't be an issue. He's going to walk straight in. Techno needs to stop changing his position. Just hold for this flank. He got timinged. And that's why you just don't look away. Just don't look away, Jack. He got timinged. Now Dan King, he's going to be able to get into the A site. The time is running low. He's going to have to make noise. Cabal's going to be able to hear him. And that's lucky for the side of IHC. Cabal finds the headshot. They get the 11-4 half they were looking for. But TYLOO still very much in this game, getting to go into the CT side of Ancient on their map pick.
Couple of big asterisks that obviously could affect the outcome of this one. Pistol round. Following on from that point, it also depends if there's going to be some miracle T-half from IHC. If they just go into this one full confident, and if some of the big names that were working wonders for them on Mirage can also keep hitting their shots. Techno's been having a great series overall as well.
Yep.
Rounds where you need him to be clutch. Just roam straight into the site, farms a couple of heads.
He's got some clean aim, man.
Oh yeah, his crosshair placement, his flicks, like the actual tracking, it's really nice.
Yep, it really is. And Score has been a menace in Cave. You can see TYLOO doesn't even want to try to take it from him. It's just been a nightmare for them.
Even when he gets dinged, he still just hard commit, he'll hold the angle with like 4 HP and still find another frag.
It's true. As we see now, IHC, slow pistol round from them. They want to just walk into Cave. They do have the 2 nade sets, the 3 players with armor inside of Cave. Molotov's going to push Attacker forward. It's not enough to do any real damage to him, though. Smoke comes in to smoke towards long and short. Attacker, he's alone in the site. He's isolated. He's tucked away in the corner. They do clear it, and he can't land the shot. Spray's coming through the smoke. Sprays exchanged. It's actually a missed smoke there towards short. So Bintet, he has the opening. Dan King finds the headshot. 3 versus 3. They're in the site, and they have the bomb down.
Dan King, oh, swiftly going. Aggro gets the adjustment off, and Score won't be able to fight anymore, but Blitz will bombard back with the Glock. That's how you start to push this into a really rough spot for Dan King as he's fragged out. 12th round picked up. That's the pistol taken. IHC in a huge position now to get themselves very close to the finish line on map 2, Davey. They won the first map of Mirage. That was their pick. Now on Ancient, where TYLOO should be able to come out of their shells. They're cracking a bit.
Massive, massive pistol round for IHC. They're on the T side. It's TYLOO's map pick. Now they get to just close down that gap, right? They get to just get them that much closer to the 16 as Dan King doesn't want to let them get close at all. He says, get the hell out of middle, man. This is my spot. Swings out, finds the 1 dig, but they do have to give it up. So you can see they're all grouping. They got mid control. They've crossed towards lane. They're worried about going into cave, understandably so. You know, if it is going to be that 4 spy from the CTs, you don't really want to give them these close angles. Molotov's going to force the CT out, but he doesn't actually peek, so he hasn't spotted him. The Molly's not burning him either. Bintet gets a tuck away in the corner, but Techno, he's pushing into the site, and he's going to farm the 2 of them. No armor, of course, on the CT side. Now, Techno wants to clear it out. He gets his 3rd. He's farming the money. The MAC-10s are absolutely flying.
Everyone getting ruined there by the SMGs. Cabal with a final headshot onto Slowly. And Techno, that 4K's in his name for a reason. So many of these rounds where he's been getting multi-frag after multi-frag. He's been a wonder to watch.
And now he's farming ecos, getting the confidence up. Getting the kills. And one thing I want to point out, too, I was just thinking about it. You know, I remember back in the day in 1.6, the Canadian teams, whenever they would go to LAN, they would play so much better because they always had to play online with such high ping. Right? You have to play with 70, 80, 90 ping for your entire life as a 1.6 player in Canada. So as soon as you go to LAN, all of a sudden you get that 0 ping, and it's like, oh my god, yes, the training weights are off, you know? And the IHC guys, they were talking about how, you know, when they want to scrim against decent teams, they have to play at 110, 120 ping. Now they get to, even playing against Chinese teams, I'm sure they have 60 or 70. So now, getting to come on LAN, and they're really showing up. They're showing us that they are competitive. TYLOO are the favorites, and they're up 13-4 on their map pick.
Ooh, big dink on Slowly. Him and Dan King are both low, but luckily enough, the strike with the CZ will stop 9. So it's all on Score and Techno. Outnumbered 2-1. But look at the HP across the board.
Yeah.
14, 8, 39. They're not healthy, Davey.
No, they're not. 3 of them are very low. 1 bullet will take down 2. You're going to need 2 bullets for Bentet, but I mean, it's really not that bad. IHC, they're in a decent position here. I know it's a 2 versus 4, but I'm sure they're not super uncomfortable right now. The crossfires are in. The CT is spotted behind the site. Can Score find anything? Gets the first, and that's exactly how it needed to start. Flash is coming in towards Temple to isolate the CTs, spraying through the smoke. Bold, considering the HP that he has left. And Score peeks out, sees the first. They're not sure where everybody is. You can tell to see they're clearing out Donut. They want to clear close Temple as he's pushing forward. Bomb tap is going to be in. It's going to force the CTs forward, but he can't find them. Bentet finds the perfect spot to swing out from. And around that really, I mean, they're lucky to get away with 3 people alive at that point, but TYLOO's not going to care. They get the round, they make it 13-5, and the CT comeback has started.
Very losable round as well, with how low they all were.
Oh, super lose. If the time, it's just half a second in either direction, and IHC just get 2 free kills right there.
Especially when he spammed the smoke, man. When he was going for the taps, I'm thinking, yeah, one of these is going to hit at that point. Suddenly you're in a 2-on-2.
Yep.
They're both playing on top of each other in Temple as well.
And with that much time left, if IHC just go for a fake plant, the TYLOO swings out, it's a nightmare. Speaking of nightmares, the flashes are perfect as Summer goes down, and the Tech 9s, the Mac 10s, they're pushing into the site. Dan King is looking to answer back. He's going forward, he spots the bomber, but the flash is good. He has to turn. The flank is absolutely massive. If 9 gets that kill, this round could fall apart. And again, TYLOO, very, very close, but the rounds are all that matters, and they pick up another one.
They were trying to be worldwide choppers with the Tech 9s. They got the entries, but that's all you're going to get. After that, it goes back in favor of TYLOO. They keep it relatively clean. You just got to take it a round at a time now on the CT side. One after another. Keep putting them together and bring back that scoreline.
That was the force from IHC, so they are going to be on the eco. The 1 hero AK coming out from Score. He's having a good game. You can't blame him. 22 and 13. He's feeling confident. They're going aggressive, and they're just running out A. You can see the AK is going to bait the Glocks. Oh, and Dan King, he's rotated in late, but it's not going to matter. Slowly inside of Donut has heard everything. He peeks out. Headshots galore here for the CTs as Techno flicks over, lands the one onto Dan King. It's Score. He's by himself. He's boosted up. The reaction from Slowly. He flicks up. Nothing slow about that one. Lands the headshot onto Score. And again, the money for IHC is just not really there.
Techno's aim is actually just disgusting.
Yeah, he's
like,
freaky.
he really is crazy. It doesn't matter what position he's in, he still hits his shot. It seems like nothing ever bothers him. Like, confidence-wise, he's just consistent.
Do you think he's going to level up to Techno 5K at some point and become even better?
Techno Ace.
Yep.
Maybe.
Right now he's Techno 4K. I'm assuming at some point Techno 1K, right? Then he gets better. Techno 2K, 3K, 4K, etc. If he gets to that point of Techno 5K, do you think he just becomes the next simple?
This is where we get into the question, Davey, of is it about the kills or is it about the res? Is he just, is he saying he's a 4K gamer? You see what I'm saying?
So the next one would naturally be Techno 8K then.
Yep.
I see. We're going to have to find that out. Going to have to get on Maui Snake to interview him and ask that question. I think it's essential.
We need that background. That's the pivotal information that we want. And the information we've got for you is that the game is now at a 13-7 split here on TYLOO's map pick. The second map in the series, and 9. I thought he was about to be swung on. They wanted to flash out of red and go for the double push through the smoke. Slowly's on the close left. He's walked up onto them, but they do catch him, and they do stop it there.
It was a good spot to be in. You can see Dan King, he's looking for it. Spots out the boost. He has the op here in CT. They're going to need to smoke him off. They can't just be going into the site. Flash is good. Smokes are there. Counter flash from the CTs are actually good. And IHC, they're not taking any space. They're not taking any map control. It's allowed Bentet to rotate in. He swings out, finds the first, and the rotation from Summer and Bentet. You can tell he's not an A1 user. The accidental right click doing him dirty. Cabal in the 1 versus 2. The bomb is down inside of the site, but there's plenty of time to play with.
When I saw him start taking the silencer off, I was just like, oh no, oh no.
That's why he uses the A4 still right there. That happened to him one time. He's like, I'm using the A4 for life. Now he gets it dropped in A1. It happens to him again.
A right click slams the mouse.
Yep. I wish you could unbind it, but because it's your scope, you have to keep it. You have to keep it in. As Cabal goes out a little early, attacker finds the kill. TYLOO grouped up. They push him. They find him, and they land the shots. So TYLOO goes up to 8. IHC still in control of the game. They're still in the lead. They have that 5-round cushion. But again, they're going to be on the eco here. So TYLOO's getting closer and closer to double digits, just slowly closing that gap.
And like we saw Mirage, they're no stranger to dragging these games back out, right?
No.
Like, they can do it. You just got to keep going. And get disheartened, don't let it get to you. Slowly with the first onto Cabal this time as he pushes out on a solo mission towards a good response from attacker as well. Fights towards the cave. His spelunking days are over as Blitz will hit him straight in the noggin. 9 grabs the deagle. I mean, maybe if he gets that pick back round on the slowly, he could have tried to go through middle. Instead, he's going to turn tail and fight, but Bentet will be able to best him. So 13-9.
Coach really getting into it there. You saw some big claps coming out.
As opposed to your little claps.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just a little like,
Golf clap?
Yeah, just like, all right, nice job. But he was like, yes.
Let's go, boys.
Big claps. Thick claps.
Large. Well, TYLOO on fire now. It's a 13-9. The bite is back out on either side. Curious about this as well. Slowly. Is he going to do an IHC play onto them? Yes, he will. He'll push straight out, peeks over the back of the Molotov and hits the headshot onto Cabal. So that's a first frag and the smoke at main. You can go back now. You know you've got an advantage.
Yeah, the flash was good. It was a nice aggressive play. They find the opening, and Dan King, I mean, he has control of middle here with the op. He's inside of the donut. He has the cross, and that's allowing TYLOO to stack 3 players over towards B. Utility coming out to top mid. Just to give them a little bit of space to work with here. The 2 players in donut, you can see slowly. He wants to go through the smoke. TYLOO has lost all their information. The utility here from IHC working exactly as intended. And they want to get up into Red Room here. They want to find that fight towards back Ivy. It's what they're looking for. The smoke comes in to isolate Ivy as well, so they're going to be able to push into CT spawn, and the split is on.
Summer in CT. Oh, he gets the angle to peek out onto Blitz and the follow-up frag as Techno. He's come into trouble. And this is looking rough for them now with just 8 HP on score. There's the peek from Red, all on 9 and a 1v4. He's out at the A site. He has the bomb on his back. And he's looking for some picks. Tight angle there from Dan King. Hits the shot. 3 rounds of difference is all that stands between the 2 teams now on Ancient.
And it's just ridiculous. Even with the man advantage, Summer just goes jumping through that smoke at the entrance to Ivy. Just straight through it. Finds the 2 kills as well. And this is how it started. That's a nice shot. Through the Molotov smoke as well. And there, that's just Summer running right through the smoke that's meant to isolate him. Dan King finishes it off with the op pick. So IHC definitely on the back foot now. They still have that 3-round cushion, but TYLOO is very much in control of the game at this point. The Tech-9's trying to do what they did in the previous rounds. Takes a little bit of damage, deals a little bit of damage, drops that smoke inside of the cave just to make sure there's no fast Tech-9 plays coming out for him. 4 CTs over inside of the B side as well. It is only slowly here inside of Donut.
You got 3 smokes, 2 flashes, and then a truckload of pistols to make a play off of this. Only just hit a minute on the clock as well. So there's always an opportunity. They do smoke the front of main. Blitz will flash through it, and then they're just going to bombard their way into the site slowly. He's got to be fast on the flicks. He can't afford to miss his shots and let them get close to him. That's when it could get rough, but he's not going to. Hits free. Back up a Bentet's good for 2 of his own. You deny them getting kills on the pistols. You don't have to rebuy. You keep things clean, and you get another round. And now it's getting so tight here.
Yeah, TYLOO has been just closing this distance, and this is what I was talking about on the CT side of Ancient. Yes, IHC got to a good lead at 13-4 at one point, I believe. But on the CT side of Ancient, man, you can just string so many rounds together, and there's rounds where the T's can't even get a single kill. So you get to build up so much economy. You take a look at the money from TYLOO right now. The lowest player is Attacker with 53.50 after the full buy.
IHC figuring out their buy. They will all just stick to the Kalashnikovs. Full utility. TYLOO, CT size been working for them. 2 rounds away from having it set. Locked in, 13-13. From that point, they can get control of the game for the first time since this went live.
Counter nades coming in from the CTs. Spams as well, trying to find some damage, but score. Not going to take any of it just yet. He knows all about the spams over there in Cave. As TYLOO again, they have this 3-man setup inside of the B site. There was a moment there where they actually had no eyes on middle, but now slowly is there inside of the donut, just making sure that no crosses come in. Nothing will happen. Flash from his teammate in CT spawn will mean that he goes for the aggressive peek, but it's right as the utility comes out. Counter utility from TYLOO. The Molotov towards bottom mid to deny that push. But still, pressure applied. It does pull that third CT player over towards Red Room. Just makes this B hit just slightly easier. But he is backing up. He's making his way towards the B site. He's sitting at the back of Ivy. He's going to be holding for the mid cross. The 2 CTs trying to play together here close to the pillar in the cave entrance. And they're just going back and forth as the nades are going to come out here soon. They have full execute nades across the board for the T side pretty much here. They can do whatever B execute they want.
So here comes the smokes. That's the Molotov, and they're going to go pushing in. Problem is, it doesn't actually land, and they're just sat still in that position towards the cubby. Attacker as well, dancing out. Will be able to down 2 of them, and Summer never in doubt for the easy frags. All on Blitz at Cave. Bentet will bust straight in. Closes the door on his face. And now Davey, from the scoreline they once had going into the second half, it's just 1 round that stands between them. At that point, TYLOO, you can get to 14 first. Look at the spree they've been on.
TYLOO, they've won so many in a row. As soon as they got the guns, they have not dropped a round. And their IHC just crucially missing that pillar molly. It bounced off and landed inside of the smoke. That would have made all the difference. They would have been able to isolate the player inside of Cubby. Instead, they miss it. They're being shot from 3 different sides, and there was no way for them to come in. Counter flashes from TYLOO were on point as well. It makes all the difference. As IHC, they're looking at a half buy here. They're not going to be able to fully buy into this one. I'm assuming we'll see the pistol light armor. Minimal investment. Whereas TYLOO, they don't have to worry about money for the rest of the game. If IHC win 3 rounds in a row, it's done. So that's the only way you're going to break TYLOO's money.
IHC. How are they going to change this? Unfortunately for Cabal, he won't have an opportunity to change his playstyle. Runs into A main and gets put in his place immediately as Dan King will hit the shot on the AWP. So you're already fighting an uphill battle 4 versus 5.
And TYLOO has found these openings so many times throughout this game. Even on the T side, when they found the openings, IHC would just win with the man down. There's now 2 players stacked up here. The flash to try to allow them to peek, but they don't want to go too aggressive. They don't want to take that risk. The counter smoke is good. It's almost impossible for T's to go up the ramp when that smoke is down.
Techno is the ramp player. And we were hyping him up so much in this series because he has been a real big factor for them. Blitz, though, he comes in with the opening. So that's Summer now taken out of the round. 4-on-4, push out on the B site. The CTs have to back up to give them space. The smokes go down, restrict the line of sight. 9 wanted to get the bomb plant in. More of a risky one, it seems, and they're actually going to call it off. The smoke comes over and they're expecting a fast retake. Slowly just spams through it and is able to cleave his way through 2 of them like a human hatchet, and it's on Score and Blitz to somehow pick up the pieces in a round like this with 18 seconds left. Wide pink on the short. That's a nice kill. Back up as well being found, but Blitz, he'll buckle in the 1v1 against Slowly. So close, but yet so far. Double fist bump from Ben Tet, because now, Davey, they have ground the game back to 13-13.
So unbelievably close. And again, IHC just not getting that bomb down while they have their smokes up. The Molotov came out to the pillar, but you don't have to plant pillar. You can plant off to the right. Yeah, you might get spammed, but like, you just got to get the bomb down. You have to go for the plants while your smokes are up on this map. If you wait it out, you're screwed.
And now with the buy, they're busted as well. Tech 9, 3 Deagles, bit of utility here and there, whatever you could fit into the pockets. Blitz with the AK, he's walking up mid, just going contact, but slowly he's ready for it. The damage dealer from the donut, and he will put a hole in him.
Yeah, Blitz going for the 1-taps. Lands the tag onto Slowly, but not the headshot. As Bentet also answers back with this re-aggression in red. Smoke is going to come out to isolate him, but they're still down 5 versus 3. There's a minute and 5 seconds left. They have 1 smoke, 1 flash, and TYLOO firmly in control.
So secure this round. They'll have the lead in the game for the first time. And it will go 14-13 here on the second map of the series. IHC took Mirage, but now it looks like we could be going to Inferno. The bomb's on the rotate. Cabal will be sprinting over back towards the A site. Danking is still here. He's got the AWP. And there's a close man in CT as well. That'd be Bentet. They've spotted him, so they know exactly where he is. Has to land the 1-taps with the Deagle. Spams off the warning shots, but he's dancing around the back of the box. That's one way to open it up on the Bentet, but you've still got to deal with Danking. He peeks. Deagle of his own is going to be able to bust him. And you get 14 rounds now for TYLOO.
They finally take the lead back. Their map pick, they were down 13-4. They've gone on a 10-round win streak to bring it to 14-13, and the coach not looking pleased with what he's seeing from his T side. Take attack pause, figure it out, decide how you're going to get into this round on T side. They've been able to get into the bomb sites, Jack. They just haven't been able to win the post plants if they can even get the bomb down at all.
The crazy thing is, it feels like the success rate they've had towards the A site when it comes to being able to push their way out has been way higher than what we've seen it be.
Well, Danking, he has the op there now is the thing, right? They've just, TYLOO responded by just putting their opper inside of A site. And this round, I mean, they don't know it, but the op has moved all the way over to B, so very dynamic here from TYLOO.
Yeah, this time around, it will be slowly stationed at the A site. Smoke's up. Cabal will work with this. He's just going to hold to see if anyone pushes close. But slowly, he's moved off. He's in donut. And look at the pressure coming out towards red as well. 2 Ts holding either side. The bomb's on 9. Still back down towards bottom middle. There might be an opportunity for him to make a play out of this.
Yeah, they've worked into red. They don't know. The opper from Dan King's op is actually posted on it, but the smoke is perfect. It isolates them, and 9 swinging out in front of the cave, finds 2. And now it's all on Dan King. He's alone. He's isolated inside of the site, lands the first shot, tucks away, allows him to get that second, but he's being flanked, and he recognizes it. The shot in the leg is not going to be enough. It does the damage, but it doesn't get the kill. And it is slowly now in the 1 versus 3, and IHC in position to win their first gun round of their T-half, tie the game back up at 14-14, but unless Slowly can do anything about it, he cannot. Score swings out, lands the shot with the op, and IHC finally bite back on a gun round.
That's what it took. 9 getting the multi-kill towards cave. They pushed him together. He cuts his way through them like a hot knife through butter. And are we being buttered up for a 16-14 or a potential overtime here on map 2? A lot of questions for this one. IHC, it's taken them so long to win a round. 10 in a row for TYLOO, Davey, before they finally get one back.
Yep, and the op pick from 9 going aggressive inside of the cave. And again, the tag is there, but the kill not able to be found from the T side op. As we see Score re-aggressing. The timing was perfect, but he doesn't land the shot. Summer wins out on it. 39 HP, and IHC, Jack, they're doing the damage, but they haven't been able to find the kills in this one.
It's only tags, no frags. Dan King comes over to support his teammate Techno. He's here. Spam through the wall. Smoke in the hand of Dan King. He peeks into the contact, but Techno, he's aware that there's probably a player on the tight left. Uses the Molotov to force out Summer. Hits the head. Wants to go in to try and make some more bread, but Dan will stop it. And it is left on Cabal and Blitz to stop match point going to the TYLOO camp. Cabal walks up. He's been able to find a play out through ramp. They know he's here. This could get a bit risky on the close peak. Bentet gets the adjustment off, and Dan King will be able to stop any shenanigans there. So match point for TYLOO on their pick of Ancient.
Yeah, they go up 15-14. They've done quite a bit of damage to the economy of IHC as well, and that round really could have gone the other way if just that one fight, you know, the leg shot to open up the round. You get that kill, completely different. The follow-up right after that, again, 60 damage onto Summer. He catches the timing of him with his nade out, but Summer reacts fast, and he's the one to land the headshot. It's been so close. At the end of the day, TYLOO's not going to care how much damage they take. If the players stay alive, they win the rounds. That's all they're looking for. 15-14 now. IHC, they have a few guns. They have the 3 AKs, Galil on Techno, and the MAC-10 on Score. And this is a situation where I feel like Score and Techno probably shouldn't be the ones with the MAC-10 and the Galil, right? They're the ones who have been popping off. Someone should be tossing them one of the AKs.
Give them a rifle. See what they can do with it in a round like this where everything is on the line. Because if you lose this round, that will mean that we go to Inferno. And effectively, at that point, it's just the best of one. It's just the last map to decide who gets out of this. So Dan King, he's been crisp on the AWP towards the A site. And he is stationed there with a weapon once more. Support towards Donut from Slowly. Smokes up, but the T's creating space, starting to move their way up. And they want to work together on this one. Slowly on the close lip. Oh, headshot through the smoke for 9. All right, here we go. Now, Dan King, he's got to reposition slightly. He knows he's being pushed from 2 angles at once, firing off the warning shots, but none of them connecting. He's going to drop to the SMG. The bomb's been planted, and Bentet rocks up to the party. Punishes on the first man, but can he find anything else?
The re-smoke is perfect. It just slows everything down, pushes Bentet back. You can see Attacker, he's going forward. He wants to attack the T's, but Score lands the headshot with the A1S. He's tucked away in the sight. Flashes are in. They're not going to blind him. Bentet is so low. They need to go together, but they have to find the headshots quickly, and that's exactly what he does. Eventually gets traded out, gets dropped. Summer, he's pushing forward. He has the kit, but he doesn't have the utility. He doesn't have the time, and he doesn't have the resources. That is it, IHC. They left it late, Jack, to win their first gun rounds, but once they did, they pushed it to overtime.
And this is kind of what I was thinking as well. We saw him gravitating towards B so much, trying to make plays towards the B site. Cave was a real big issue for them, Davey.
Yeah.
Much like what we had with their CT half, right? Cave was a no-go zone. As soon as they were able to pull off a split push here, get the pick onto the player towards the donut, that's it. Dan King, he's overwhelmed. He's got to reposition, especially because he was missing a couple of pivotal shots on the AWP as well. He gave them away in. So they'll take it. They'll be happy with this at the very least. It means that Inferno is pushed back for a few more moments, and it will go 15-15. We get into the OT, but their T side has to be clean now. No more mistakes, no more messes.
And crucially as well, of course, this is Valve overtime rules, so it's 10K overtime on the T side. If you win, you win the first gun round. It's like, okay, all right, interesting. If you end up picking up the second, the CTs are broke for that third round.
The knock-on effect Can definitely start to haunt you very quickly, but look at the change of pace again from the CTs. TYLOO, they want a battle for control of Cave. Score will be able to hit one onto slowly. An attacker backs off.
Yeah, attacker decides he doesn't want to go for that one, decides it's not worth it. He'll take the 1-for-1 at that point. Rotations are coming in. Dan King's brought his op over here to the B site, and it looks like they may want to go aggressive. He's tucked away in the corner, 9. If he can land the first headshot, he's going to set him up real nice. Flash looking over. Decides not to throw it. He wants to keep himself alive here. But does he know the op of Dan King has walked forward? I don't think he'll expect this. He's tucked in the corner, but it's the exact moment Dan King pulls out his nade. Molotov isolates him. Keeps him in that position. Keeps him stuck in the corner. As we can see, they do have that one lurk over on A. That's going to be Cabal. If he finds the right timing here when this execute comes out, it is going to be an open bomb site. Molotov misses, so it doesn't force attacker in either direction. He spotted the player inside a cave. And this is just so back and forth. And this timing over here on the A bomb site is going to be absolutely huge.
Whoa!
No!
He looks back behind the box. He's going to peek into him, but he hits the shot from Temple. Cabal wins out on the fight. And the bomb is scurrying as quickly as it can to get over towards the A site. Dan King, he's arrived in Temple, and he's going to be praying that this shot hits. 9 seconds as the bomb's going to be planted.
Oh.
He wanted to deny it, but Cabal comes flying round the corner like a micro machine, hits a massive headshot, and it's all on attacker.
1 versus 4 as well. He might even be considering saving this M4. He's not going to be able to retake this. He does have the kit. He's about to be flanked. And that timing on the A site, saying it all came down to that. If Bentet kept holding his angle, he would have spotted Cabal walking out. Cabal would have died. It would have been a 3 versus 3, and the T's would have been forced into the B bomb site. Instead, he looks away to check main at the absolute worst possible time. So Cabal finds the kill. And this one here, that was so... If Dan King lands that shot, they don't have time to plant. That's it. It's round over.
That's all he had to do. Cabal understood the situation perfectly. Great peek. And IHC, you take a T round. They were few and far between in regulation, so the fact you get 1 in OT, that's the dream. If you get 2 out of this at the very least, Davey, we've seen that they had a very good CT half. It could get rough for TYLOO. Same play towards Cave once again, though. Jump spot on the close contact. Score realizes where they are. Oh, no.
Bentet's down to 21. The Molotov is supposed to isolate him. Score is here. He's fighting with the players in Cave, trying to do as much damage as he can. And we can see the aggression here from IHC. The op has moved into the donut, and it's looking for picks in A site. It might be able to find them, too. There's no op there. The op from Dan King is over towards long. But look at this. The smoke came out towards back Ivy, and there's no one from TYLOO with eyes on this. So 9's pushed forward. Now you can see Summers responded. Now he's seen the smoke, and that means the CTs have to be worried about their flank. But Dan King, he's in front of the cave, lands the shot onto Score, falls back.
We've seen this time and time again as well, where it gets late into the round, final 30 seconds, things go a bit wrong towards the B site, and IHC start to panic. You can't afford that here. 9, he's been waiting for a pick towards CT for so long, and someone's finally walking into his awaiting arms, but he misses, doesn't deliver the frag. His teammates have arrived on deck at the A site, but he jumps back into CT. Bentet still waiting to banish them from behind the box as well. Slowly takes the fight. Bentet arrives, and it's all on 9 with nothing more